I am back with another video, and today is the third day of the challenge that I'm co-hosting with the wonderful Char K. And today's theme is Santa's sleigh. So I've started out by building a gradient on all of my nails, as you can see here on my ring finger still. And here's the sponge I used, just in case you're curious. And the three colors are License and Registration Please from China Glaze. And then the middle shade of blue is Endless Blue from Sinful Colors. And the darkest shade of blue is Russian Navy from OPI. And basically I just built a gradient on all of my nails. Took me 3 or 4 passes or so. And then after that I topped it off with a coat of Orly's Shine On Crazy Diamond. And that's what it looks like right here on my ring finger. But then after doing that, I ripped off a little piece of makeup sponge, and I took this color here, which is called Pretty Pink. And this is just a sheer iridescent top coat, as you can see here. And I just sponged that throughout the middle of my nail because I'm going to be putting Santa Claus and his sleigh and his reindeer going across my nail. So I feel like Santa would, put off some type of glow. So that's what that is about, in case you're curious. So I'm just going to take my sponge and just paint a little bit on. I didn't feel the need to, dab it on a card or anything, just because it's only just one little spot. And I just kind of went just in the middle of my nail. Just like that. So now let me get out all the plates and stuff, or the plate and everything else that we're going to need, and I'll show you what I'm going to do to make Santa Claus. Okay, so to make Santa, I'm going to be using this plate from Ajubis, and it is EJB03, and this is the back side of that. And this is one of the plates in their holiday set. And as you can see here, here's Santa Claus, and he's in a sleigh, and then there's all of his reindeer being pulled by Rudolph leading the way. And I'm going to be stamping with Munadunias number 32 reddish. I'm using my Born Pretty Store scraper and my gigantic turbo stamper that I got from Etsy. I will link it down below in case you're looking for one. And I did tell you guys a long time ago when I first got this that I would demonstrate me making a decal with it and using it. And I just haven't had a good opportunity to do it. But now this is perfect. So I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to stamp him. And this plate is etched really, really deeply, so it does take a lot of polish. So I'm going to go ahead and polish the entire image all the way across up to Rudolph. There we go. And I'm going to try to get from Rudolph down to Santa, but I was having a hard time earlier. So I don't know if I can get them all, but I'm going to try. Oh, I got pretty darn close. So just missing the very back of the sleigh, which is perfectly fine with me. And as you can see, I do have some extra stuff on there, which isn't a big deal because I'm making a decal, so I can just cut this stuff out later. But the more we get off now, the easier it is to take it off later. Go ahead and get all this off of here. And normally, I would color this in and then flip it over and put it on my nails. Move this out of the way real quick. But because of the way that Santa is facing, I had to make one decal where I colored it, top coated, flipped it, and this one I'm going to have to do that the opposite. Otherwise, when I flip it, Santa will be facing the wrong way, and I don't want him facing my cuticles. I want him facing outward. So I've got a complete one right here to show you. See, this is the finished one. Let me turn this around. This is the finished one up here. So if I do the same thing with this one, Santa will be going this way, and I need Santa to go that way for one and this way for the other. So this one, I'm going to top coat it and then flip it over, and then I'll meet you guys back and show you what I did to color it in. Okay, so I let my decal dry, and I peeled it off and flipped it to where we are now looking at the underside of it. So now I'm going to color it in just like you would any other decal, and I'm only going to use a few different colors for this. I'm using the darker red from Born Pretty Store, and it's number 13. And there's no real reason why I'm using stamping polishes. You can definitely do this with regular. I just happen to have these out, you know, on hand, and it just happened to be the perfect colors I needed, okay? So for the darker red, I'm using a very tiny dotting tool to do this. I'm going to color in Santa's little outfit here. And it's really, really tiny. And his hat. And that's all I need to do for the red. Get a napkin here. Then I'm going to grab my white, which is Born Pretty Store Stamping Polish number 4. And I'm just going to use this to color in his beard. Just going to do his little beard here. And the fluff on his hat. And his 2 little gloves. There's one there and one there. Then I'm going to take Yo Soy, which is just a nude, like, skin color from Wet n Wild, and color in his little face. And then all of the reindeer I'm going to color in with Born Pretty Store number... Hold on, I'm not sure if this is 15 or 19. Let's see. This one's 19. And I'm just going to color in all the reindeer. I'm not going to... Whoops. Dipped the wrong color. I'm not going to color the saddle in a different color or anything. I don't feel like there's a need to do that. They're so small, and I just don't feel like that's really necessary for this in particular mani. So I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the reindeer. And Rudolph, I'm going to take this same red and just do a little dot for his nose, just to fill that in a little bit. And I almost forgot, I'm also going to take the red and fill in the little dots in the sleigh that you can see through. So let me go ahead and finish doing this really quick, and I'll meet you guys back to apply the decal. Okay, so while the decal we just did is drying, I'm taking my original decal, and I've already cut it up here. As you can see, I've got everything ready to go. And I'm going to be using my cheapo dollar store top coat, and I learned this technique from Char, the girl I'm hosting the challenge with. And like I said, I've got my little decals already cut up, so I'm going to start with Santa here. And I'm going to put him on my thumb. Oh, he wants to grab onto my pointer finger. And I'm just going to kind of line him up where I want him. Just move him around until I'm happy. That looks good. Smush him down a little bit. And I'm going to use my pointer finger to hold on. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Use my pointer finger to hold on the front of him there. And I'm going to lift up part of the decal near my free edge, and I'm going to take a little bit of top coat. I'm going to wipe most of it off the brush. Just brush on the underside of the decal here, just to make it sticky basically, and then I'm just going to smush that right back down where it was. Just like that. Give that a little stick there. And then I'm going to flip up the back side and do the exact same thing. You only want a teeny little bit. If you put too much on there, it's going to make your decal wet. And then it's going to stretch and tear and be really hard to stick on. Just a teeny little bit. Just barely anything on there. There it is. And just lay him back down flat. And there's my Santa. So now all I have to do is top coat him and he's all done. So let me go ahead and apply all of my cute little reindeer on the rest of my nails, and I'll meet you guys back with the end result. Okay, guys, I put on all of my reindeer, and this is how they look. And here's Santa on his sleigh. And if I hold my hand just right, I can't really hold it at the right angle for you guys to be able to see, but if I hold my hand just right, you'll see how Santa is controlling the sleigh. See what I mean? And then there's the reindeer being pulled by Rudolph. And just to tell you guys, I did make a video for yesterday's prompt and for the angel prompt, and I edited it and everything and yesterday or this morning now. And for some reason, YouTube is still saying that the edits are in process like almost a whole day later. So I might have to do it all over again. So that's why it's not up. This one will definitely be up first. So I did make a video. It will be up. I'm just having some editing issues. So I did want to tell you guys that, but definitely go and check out Char's video of this. I will link her channel down below, and go check out my and Char's Instagram. If it'll focus. Go check out both of our Instagrams to see still shots of all of these manis that we're doing, and make sure you put that hashtag in so we can see yours, okay? And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and come back to see me next time. Bye.